everyone. Chuku Onyemachi here, and I'm excited to see you again. Thank you for joining me, and if you're catching up on this as a playback, thank you for doing so. And do well to let me know where you're watching from in the comments. All right, so today's lesson is very simple. We're going to be exploring creative ways to craft right hand chords. Okay, so let's say you have a progression in C major that's going from C to the B, and then the B flat, and then the A, and then the A flat, and then the G. What do you do when you have a progression where the bass is going down in half steps? I mean, we know the one chord is major, the two chord is minor, the three chord is minor, four chord is major, five chord is major, six chord is minor, and seven chord is diminished, and back to the one chord. Now we know the chords for these tones of the scale: major, minor, and diminished chords. However, there are certain progressions where you can have the bass note moving in half steps, and you have to craft the right hand chords. And that's the purpose of this live stream today. I'm going to tell you in the next couple of minutes how to figure out the right hand chords for certain bass notes. Please write this down: C, E, G. Let's write out the 1, 4, and 5 in the key of C major. C, E, and G. Everybody, let's write it down. And then the second one is F, A, C. Let's write that down. Everybody, you can type it in your phone. C, E, G, and then you type F, A, C, and then you can also type the G, B, and D. Everybody, C, E, G, F, A, C, and G, B, D. Have you typed that, everyone? Beautiful. So let's go ahead and add this next one to the list. G, B, D, F. That's another one we can add. Okay, let's go with the C, E, G, F, A, C, and G, B, D for today. I'm going to explain the other ones on the back of the C, E, G, F, A, C, and the G, B, D. So let's start off. If you have a C chord on the right hand, you can play C on the bass, you can play E on the bass, you can play G on the bass. If you have a 5 chord consists of G, B, and D, but a lot of times we just play the G on the bass. But I want to tell you this evening that you have the liberty to play the G on the bass, the B on the bass, and the D on the bass. If you have the 4 chord, it's okay to play the F on the bass, but there's also 2 other options that you need to know: the A bass and the C bass. So if you put this together, you have to come to a sound conclusion that if you're going from C to B, you're going to ask yourself, what chord has the C bass note? Well, the C bass note is a part of the C chord and the F chord. So 2 options. For C bass note, I can play the C chord and the F chord, but I'm going to stick with the C chord for the C bass note. And when we go to the B bass notes, who can tell me where to find the B bass notes between the C, E, G, the F, A, C, and the G, B, D? Where do you find the B bass notes? Let me know in the chat. Type it in the chat. Okay, so C, E, G, F, A, C, and G, B, D. If I'm doing a B bass note, who can tell me what chord between the C, E, G, F, A, C, and G, B, D? Well, it's the G, B, D, the 5 chord. So going from C bass to B bass, I'll go from C major to G major. Now, give me a thumbs up in the chat. It doesn't matter if you're catching up on these as a playback. Let me know that you're understanding C. Okay, I think we're going to change the color of the, I'm going to change the color of the bass notes. So with this, I believe everybody should see the bass notes clearly, okay? So everybody, look at this. C is a part of the C chord, all right? And then we have B, that's a part of the G chord. Let me know in the chat if you're understanding and you're following. So every time you have the C going to the B, you really need to pause and ask yourself, are we going to the 7 chord? Or is this the 5 chord showing up? So take a look at this from the flat. So let's talk about the B flat. What do you do when you have the B flat bass? What right hand chord are we supposed to play? I'll tell you. Now, the C major chord is C, E, G, and there's the potential of making this a C dominant chord, C, E, G, B flat. So if you put this together, we have 4 bass notes that we can play on the right hand. So you go C, E, G, or B flat. So C, E, G, and B flat gives us the dominant chord. If you agree, let me know in the chat. If you agree, let me know in the chat. So C, E, G with the B flat gives us the 1 chord. So let me put it together. C to the B, and then on the B flat, we're doing the C dominant 7 chord. And then for the A bass, who can tell me where to find the A bass? Do you find it in the C, E, G, or the F, A, C, or the G, B, D? Tell me. C, E, G, F, A, C. Where do you find the A bass and what chord? A bass is a part of what chord? C, E, G, F, A, C, or G, B, D? A is a part of the F, A, C chord, the 4 chord. So I'm going to be playing that in first inversion on the right hand. So let me go over everything from the C root note. So C takes me to the B, and then the B flat to the F. Now the next note is the A flat, and I'll tell you how to derive the chord for the A flat. Now F, A, C is the F major chord, all right? F, A, C, F major chord. F, A flat, C is the F minor chord. So take a look at this. And then we have this A flat with the F minor chord on the right hand. So we're basically switching from F major to F minor. And we have one more bass note to explore, and that's the G, but I'll let you know after the break. Okay, welcome back. So we have the C. Who can tell me the chord for the right hand chord for the C bass? Quickly, who can tell me right hand chord for the C bass? It's the 1 chord. Right hand chord for the B bass, it's the 5 chord. Who can tell me the right hand chord for the B flat bass? We're back to the 1 chord. So C, E, G plus B flat gives us the dominant chord. And who can tell me the right hand chord for the A bass? That's the 4 chord. And what's the right hand chord for the A flat bass? That's the F minor chord. Now, the final bass note for tonight or this afternoon is the G bass. And G, 5 chord. But no, we're doing the 1 chord. Okay, we're doing the 1 chord because the 1 chord has a C note, an E note, and a G note. So So we're going to be talking about the rest of the chords that I played and how to figure them out. And this is a creative way to craft right-hand chords for left-hand bass notes. It's 3 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm on my way to class right now for the coaching sessions for the evening. And we've got the progressive class, then the beginners class, and then the intermediate class at 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific time. All the best, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is the day.